Good morning, y'all. Happy Monday. So I've had a couple of videos sent to me. I've been tagged or had comments left for me to check out certain things. I want to clip them in because somebody said that was helpful last time, and then I'm going to give you my thoughts.
We're doing it the best that we can, but we are now learning some things. We just need to whisper it if we don't know how it's going to be taken. So,
like before, you were saying I'm trying to give her a pink eye. Like, literally anything.
like, it's getting crazy out here, and we tired of seeing it.
Like,
We just want to live.
we want to live and have our sense of humor that we have,
Yeah,
but we can't.
yeah. It's like we feel like we have to dial it back. It's in here that I can add, and we'll watch them stroll.
Now you want to troll. Now you want to troll.
My bad. You didn't like that then?
I mean, hey. Listen, if that's what floats your boat, or you're going to come back and you return in the morning.
Wait, what happened?
Huh? Yeah.
I truly didn't hear you.
I said if that's what floats your boat, then all your Louis V bags will return tomorrow morning.
It doesn't float my boat. I was just saying.
Okay, so I want to preface my analysis with two things. Number one, I'm not fucking shocked by this at all. To me, this feels like a non-thing, but I was tagged so many times that I feel like I should address it because it's clearly not a non-thing to everyone. So I want to make sure that I offer you some dialogue and some analysis around it. Second thing I want to preface this with is that I'm going to be using the terms victim and abuser in order to discuss the behaviors of Clarke and Taylor respectively. This is not me saying that she is a victim or that he is her abuser. This is about me talking about what their behaviors indicate in a victim-abuser dynamic, okay? Ultimately, I don't make these videos to sway Clarke or to influence Taylor. I don't know them people, okay? And they have autonomy. Ultimately, she's going to make whatever choices she wants to make for her life, and that is her right, okay? But I make these videos because I see the larger public engaging with their content, and I see the normalizing of the behaviors, and I want y'all to know that actually it's not normal, and I want you to be able to spot the red flags so that you can leave at the first sign of a red flag so that you don't end up on a slippery slope, okay? Because it gets a lot harder to leave the longer that you stay. That said, let's get into it. I'm not shocked. Again, I'm not shocked by her coming on the internet and attempting to excuse what happened between them, okay? It's hard to know what she's talking about because it is clipped, but I'm assuming she's trying to explain away the things that we've been now discussing all over the internet, right? I will say this. So common for victims to minimize and justify the behavior of their abusers, okay? It is not uncommon for a child in an abused household to be dishonest about what's happening because they don't want to get their abuser in trouble. They still love their abuser, or they're confused about what's actually happening. Is this abuse, okay? I want y'all to know that she is likely not doing or saying things in order to deceive the public, even though I think it's problematic. I wish she would just, if you're going to stay, just stay quietly and don't say anything at all. But she is not saying things to deceive the public. How could she possibly believe this man is jealous of her or dislikes her when he also does such nice things for her? It's confusing. It's a psychological manipulation tactic, right? And it's confusing. It's gaslighting. Her reality is unstable. Okay. And right now we're laughing about it. He masked a lot of things in humor, right? When he told her that she stunk, when he talked about Alandra's feet, when he told Alandra maybe she's just not like, he masked a lot of his behaviors in humor. So if we're laughing about it, even though he's being violent and aggressive toward me and saying mean things to me, and then he also buys me nice things, I mean, is that abuse? It's confusing, right? So of course she is saying this with, she probably means it with her full chest. I just need y'all to know that that's not okay, okay? But it's also not shocking that she's doing it. A very common behavior. It also is very strategic that she's the one that's doing it, okay? Because again, he needs to be ingratiated to the public because they are public figures. Abusers need to be liked by the people around them. This is how they get away with abuse, okay? Especially very specific types of abusers, okay? This is why when we have celebrities being accused of things, people are like, oh my gosh, they can't believe it because, well, I always saw him this way or that. Do you understand? He needs to be ingratiated to the people around him, and that includes us, the larger public, because they are public figures. He has known since in that villa that America doesn't like him. So when this became discourse on the internet about his behaviors and, oh, see, I knew I didn't like him, I knew it was something always off, he needs to re-ingratiate himself, right? That's why they went shopping publicly. Okay, he needs to re-ingratiate himself to us so that if it were to ever come out, it would be so hard for us to believe that he could have done that. Okay, I need you to understand too that he's using her as a proxy. The victim needs to be the one to say it's all okay. Okay, did you hear him say, if I was to fart, y'all would say I was trying to get her pink eye? Again, minimizing it. Oh, y'all are just making big deals out of nothing, right? Again, gaslighting. Okay, very, very common and to be expected, y'all. Okay, a woman, over 60% of the time, women will leave one time in return. Over 90% of the time, they will leave multiple times in return. It is not uncommon for victims to protect their abusers and to return to the dynamic, okay? It gets harder to leave, for one, the longer that you stay. But it is also hard to believe sometimes because this would be the one time y'all could use love bombing and it would be right? He is doing all of these things to account for his bad behavior. Oh, I'm so sorry. I apologize if this is triggering y'all. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it this way. I love you. It was just a joke. I don't know why you take things so seriously. Well, you just made me so mad. I lost control of myself. Something came over me. This is the language they will use to explain away their behaviors, and then they will do lots of kind things for you. And now you're back in that cycle. Okay. And then it happens again. Okay. But you're back in the cycle. Okay. In the video where we see him talking about taking back the bags, right? I do think that they're having playful banter in this moment. Like they're clearly kikiing or whatever. And he's using that as like a control mechanism. Like it's a weapon against her, right? Well, if you want that, if you want somebody to come in and stroll, then I'll take these things back from you that I gave to you. Financial abuse is also a thing, right? Like it looks lots of different ways, y'all. So again, a reminder, when I'm making these videos, it's not because I expect Clarke to leave that man. It's not because I expect Taylor to change his behavior. It is because I know that as the larger public, you're not all able to see the things. You don't all have maybe the experiences or the people around you to teach you about it, right? But you felt something in your body. Something felt off when you saw that. Something felt off when you heard it, and you don't know what it is. And we are taught a lot as women to disconnect from our bodies, to disconnect from our intuition, and to not trust ourselves. And so then you have victims come on and say, oh, no, y'all, it was no big deal. Look, he did all these nice things for me. And now your world becomes unstable. So this is me as an outside perspective, as an outside voice, as a clinician saying to you what you felt was right. Trust your instincts. Trust your gut. Okay? This is something I used to teach my daughters. It doesn't matter if it doesn't make sense. If your gut feels it, it's right. Trust your gut. Period. Full stop. Every single time. Okay? And so I want y'all to know that you can take this wisdom, you can take these lessons from their behavior, and you can apply it to your own life and what you will and will not allow. Okay? You're not crazy. You're not crazy. You're not crazy. You felt it for a reason. Trust yourselves. And again, what we're watching is to be expected. Do not let it make you question your own reality. Do not be gaslit.